Economic experts on television saying the budget will not have effect on the exchange rate, it is going to stay the same. Frank, it's not gonna affect the exchange rate in the budget because the new exchange rate has been in a second set of books for a very long time. I did hear from 3 or 4 military sources in Reno and the Treasury, rumors that are all over the place, some saying it's happening right now, to no, it's tomorrow, to it's already started, to all kinds of timing rumors in a concerted effort to cloud timing. I think it's a good thing to see them in panic mode trying to cloud timing. So no budget published yet? Mark Z. It was still not in the Gazette as of last Saturday. Trust me, don't get me wrong, I know it's going to happen. I think the bigger question is, when? They must downsize the government by 1/2 and reduce regulations. The more important step is to revalue the currency using a hybrid model where they substantially raise the value of the dinar and by backing half of that increase with gold and oil. By removing the bureaucratic barriers, business could start quicker and for less capital. As it has been demonstrated in the United States under Reagan and Trump, tax reduction and deregulation cause fast and substantial economic growth. It is also my opinion that Iraq is working up to such a dynamic, albeit they are acting too slowly and could miss the window of opportunity. The exchange between Dr. Tabakhali and Professor Gunter was very enlightening. Iraq is suffering from the same ailment as the United States. Overregulation and hostility towards the private sector. Bureaucratic strangulation. In Iraq, it is from the fact they were internationally punished for something they didn't do and over-punished by extending the punishment far too long. By over-punishing, you breed a class, population of supercriminals who become more savvy and more bold, accomplished by the crooked government being the bulk of employment opportunity. Finance begins distributing estimates of the state's current expenditures, revenues, and public investment projects. These steps will reveal the new exchange rate. Mark, do you think we will go before the 4th of July? Mark Z. I think it is well within the realm of possibility. Everybody should be pumped and ready to go. Article quote. Sovereign guarantees to the private sector will contribute to the industrial renaissance. This article right here will blow your socks off. If it was a mistake, the mistake, typo, was it should have read 6.5 trillion Iraqi dinars, $4.9 billion. Making the rate 1,320 to 1 IQD, USD. Various posts are citing the Iraqi budget as the source for the 6.5 billion Iraqi dinars info. Of course it's a mistake. The CBI rate is official. Television says the electing of new speaker will speed the approval of the oil and gas law. Frank. Emo, yes it certainly will. I agree with you 100%. That's extremely important. It's very good news because the HCL brings us a new exchange rate. The leader of the State of Law Coalition, Saad al-Muttalabi, confirmed today, Sunday, the possibility of Iraq submitting an official request to the United Nations to remove American forces from Iraq. Al-Muttalabi told Al-Maluma Agency, removing American forces from Iraq requires a unified position by all components to put pressure on the government to proceed with the procedures for the exit of foreign forces, especially the American ones, from Iraq. He added, the presence of American forces in Iraq is linked to a political decision of the American administration, which requires the government to research this matter. Popular, political and tribal demands are increasing for the necessity of removing foreign forces, led by the American forces, from Iraq as soon as possible, warning at the same time of a dangerous escalation if their crimes against the security services and their infringement on the country's sovereignty continue. Representative and former Minister Wael Abdul Latif confirmed on Monday that the General Tax Authority is still captive to corruption mafias. Abdul Latif said in a statement to the Maluma Agency, the tax administrations and leaders in charge of the authority are mostly involved in corruption, noting that state facilities, especially the tax authority, are a corrupt environment capable of growth. He added, the tax system is unclear, and so far there are no penalties for those who fail to pay. He added, the phenomenon of corruption has become common in all aspects of the state, including an important and vital joint represented by the General Tax Authority in Iraq, which has become a prisoner in the hands of the whales of corruption who have harmed Iraq's reputation. He called on the government and the Parliamentary Integrity Committee to monitor the work and procedures of this body and work to rewrite all laws related to taxes.